Childhood anxiety disorders are the most common of childhood psychiatric disorders. Anxiety disorders affect up to 15% of children and adolescents. Anxiety disorders tend to have earlier onset than most other psychiatric disorders. The mean age of onset is 11 years old. Up to 32% of these disorders carry on throughout the lifetime of the sufferers. These include separation anxiety disorder, specific phobias, social phobia, and generalized anxiety. Other disorders that fall under the category of anxiety disorders is agoraphobia and panic disorder. Anxiety disorders primarily affect the autonomic nervous system, which is responsible for the fight or flight response. These children have heightened reactivity of the sympathetic nervous system, meaning the child has an oversensitive response to relatively minor threats and is in a persistent state of stress. As well, they may have decreased parasympathetic nervous system control, meaning the child's stress response. Some negative implications can include decreased social effectiveness, poor academic performance, increased family tension, substance abuse, and increased risk of developing other mental health disorders or additional anxiety disorders. Some risk factors include parental anxiety disorders and modeled behavior. For instance, intergenerational transmission of anxiety has been shown to be influenced by both genetics and environmental factors. Children are estimated to be 3 to 5 times more likely to develop an anxiety disorder if one parent has an anxiety disorder. Other risk factors include insecure attachments, over-controlling parenting style, and shy or withdrawn temperament. As well, attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder, oppositional defiance disorder, conduct disorder, and emotional disorders usually co-occur with anxiety disorders. A Norwegian study found that low social skills, peer victimization, parental anxiety, temperament, and ADHD found in children aged 4 were all contributing factors predicting an anxiety disorder by age 6. In addition, anxiety sensitivity has been shown to predict panic disorders in children with anxiety disorders. This is the avoidance behavior in anticipation of harm from relatively minor threats. A UK study found that anxious children were more likely to be avoidant of negative faces than non-anxious children. A Dutch study found that childhood maltreatment and temperament show causation for anxiety and depressive disorders. A US study of treatments found that the integration of parents in therapy was found to be more effective than child-focused individual or group therapies. These include treatments like family cognitive behavioral therapy, parent-child interaction therapy, child-parent psychotherapy, Theraplay. A Dutch study found that certain factors predict the effectiveness of cognitive behavioral therapy in children with anxiety disorders. These factors make interventions less effective: higher anxiety severity, higher reactivity to stress. Furthermore, research found that interventions that empower children to be more extrovert and take more control significantly diminished feeling of hopelessness and neurosis.